Hello crafters, Gareth from G's Creations. As requested by you, I'm going to attempt to do a tutorial on these little briefcase gift card holders. Now the reason I say attempt is because I'm really poor at my inch measurements, and obviously my Martha Stewart scoreboard is in inches because obviously we use centimetres in the UK. I am learning because obviously a lot of tutorials I watch are inch based, so please bear with me. I'm going to be using some of this texturized cardstock that I have in my stash, and it's really good for this type of briefcase tutorial that I'm going to bring with you. So I'm going to use this beige, and I'm going to give you the measurements in centimeters, and then I shall convert those onto the screen for you. So it measures just under 11 centimeters wide by 14 centimeters high. Now on the Martha Stewart scoreboard, the longest side reaches the 5.5 centimeter. Now I am going to, I'm not scoring these shorter edges at this particular time, but I do need to put two scores in the center, roughly in the center. So it's 5.5 inches long. I'm going to zoom you in, and I hope I can explain this in a way that that you're going to understand. So the 2.5 would be the halfway point if it was 5 inches long. So I am going to come in one dash from the 2.5 point and score, and then go in from that one dash. I'm going to go out another 2 dashes. So I'm going to bring it to the camera, and I'm going to try and explain, because I hope it focuses. I have the 2.5 mark here, and I've scored the very next dot, and then I've gone over 2 more dots and I've scored again. So when I fold the paper, we end up with that. Okay, hope that makes sense. Now turning the paper so it's on the short side, I'm going to come in 1/8 of an inch and score. 1/8 of an inch and score. On this side part, it reaches the point of your A2 cards, and I've just come into the 4, so I'm scoring at 4 inches, and then turning it around, and then scoring at 4 inches. I apologise that I can't explain it any better than that, but we do use centimeters here, and I'm just learning my inches as we go along. So these long bits that we've scored, I'm going to cut those using the my Tim Holtz scissors to the long score line, not all the way down across, so that would just be cutting them away. And the same on this side. So I'm cutting it to the score line, to the center score line, and then I'm going to cut these, so because we don't need the full length. My cutting wasn't very good there. That's it. And these will then be glued and folded on the inside, because that gives the gift card something to sit in. So I suppose it acts like a bag, a little what do you call it? Little basket really. So I'm just going to fold in those score lines and burnish them down, make sure that they're quite good, and put in some art glitter glue on the back of the flaps. I'm going to turn these inwards. You may get glue on your fingers at this point, but it's craft. As much as I hate glue, we have to use it in a lot of our projects, so there's not much we can do about that, I'm afraid. Sorry if I was out of camera there. Right, so I am going to turn those in, and I'm going to burnish those down. As best I can. Okay, now I'm going to put this aside for one moment, Now using my the other colour, another colour, I think I might use some of this brown actually, and I'm going to cut a few lengths, about ½ an inch. Need to tidy up that edge, so I'm just going to throw that away. Or should I do, actually no, I'm going to do ½ an inch. Yeah, ½ an inch. See how far they go around. Will that go all the way around? Yes, it does. Fantastic. So I just need 2 of those. Okay. So put some art glitter glue on the backs of those these lengths that we just cut, and I'm just going to eyeball where I want them. Now using that other piece that I was using, I've got this thumb notch wheel memory keepers punch, so I'm going to punch out 2 of those, and putting those back to back, I'm going to freehand, using the scissors, the fussy cut scissors that are stocked in my store, I'm going to freehand a handle shape. And then those handles have a bit of glue on the ends, and then glued in between those straps. And the same thing on the reverse, making sure that they line up as best that you can. So what I would suggest you do is if you place the ones that's going at the back lay it on the back, the reverse. Oh, sorry, want to make sure I'm in screen. So I've laid that on the back of the first one, and then I'm going to close the briefcase, so that way they are lined up more or less. Now using one of these dinky little little tags that I've got here, I'm going to put a little tag on here, and you can maybe put dad, or if it's a graduation gift, then you can put just something on there, just little sentiment. I mean, we've all got tiny little sentiments that we all use, I'm sure. Let me get one and I'll be right back with you. Okay, using this stamp set, and it's a Mr. by Paper Mania. I'm going to use this. It says simply the best, so I'm going to use that sentiment. I'm going to use my 1-inch stamp block from memomadeit.com. My store is still currently closed, but it's gsembellishmentemporium.com. I'm hoping it will be up and running very, very soon. I know they're working really hard to rectify it, but it's been a month now, and it's really beginning to grate my nerves. So I've just tied on some twine, and then I'm simply going to pop that twine into the handle and tie on the tag. Right, and then you pop in your gift card. There's another one I've done, and it has a flip over. Over top with one handle, and here's the black and grey one that I did. So that just sits in there like that, and if you wanted, you could glue it shut, or you can run some ATG down there to keep it shut. But that's how I created the briefcase gift card holder. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this is beneficial. I apologise that I am still learning my inch measurements. I will get better, so keep watching. Take care now, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.